Anyways, didn't you have a question somebody wanted?
Yeah, so we actually have a question. I did read it, but I didn't read it to you. So he said, if you could please answer this question on the Better Than Perfect podcast with your wife, Nicole. So there we go. I will leave off his name due to the nature of the question, which is, here's my question. I am 32 years old male and have never been in a romantic relationship. I have lots of muscle and make 6 figures, and I'm 6 feet tall. So he's got the 3 6s. 6 figures, 6 feet tall, 6-pack. That's what the women want, okay?
Okay.
But I got into the habit of an early age of 18 seeing escorts.
Oh.
It started out of curiosity, but became a deeply ingrained habit.
Habit?
Yes, a habit. It is a different world and causes you to view women as sex objects. I never bothered with dating as I was involved with this habit. I would like to have a girlfriend for the first time in the next year, but I don't know how to go about it. Online dating generally doesn't work, and I tried joining a dancing class, but I am always perplexed how, despite being more muscular than every man there, women do not gravitate towards me.
It's almost like... women don't value looks as much as men do.
Also, I don't want to have kids in the future. It gets me down as I want to experience true romantic love for the first time, but I'm in a dilemma. If I don't want to have kids, how will that be possible? I'm also very selfish and only want the good aspects of a relationship that suits me without dealing with all the headaches. I'm starting to think this is appropriate for this episode. I'm starting to think maybe the best option for me is to become a sugar daddy in the future. That way, it is an upgrade on seeing escorts as you get longer-term intimacy with hot girls, but you also get to retain your peace and freedom. The only downside is by making it into a transaction and using money, you can never experience proper love, and this will eat away at you when you get to an old age. I'm in a dilemma here, and it eats away at me every day. I would love some advice on this question from you and Nicole on your podcast.
I'm about to just say, screw the topic for this week because there's a lot to unpack here. I should have been writing notes. Why did you put your phone away? Like, I'm going to forget all the points.
The thing.
I mean, Jesus. Okay, first.
Yeah, where do you want to begin?
He screwed himself over with the escort thing. Like, I know he wanted to get laid. But he has turned women into sex objects by that being his it sounds like primary first experience.
Yeah.
And majority of his experience, if not all of his experience.
Yeah.
So he's just all sorts of messed up in what he even wants. Because him even being like, I just want the good things of a relationship and not bad.
Yeah.
You can tell he's never been in a relationship. You can tell he doesn't understand. And I think he understands a little bit how messed up he made himself because he's like, I guess I'll just be a sugar daddy. Because to be honest, where he's at right now, that's his only logical explanation because it's basically what he's doing already.
Yeah.
He's already giving the sugar that women want to these women. He's paying women already.
Right.
So like a sugar daddy's not far off from what he already is.
Right.
So I would say the first thing that I recommend for him to do is to stop having sex with escorts and to not go hook up with random women either. To stop having sex. I think he needs to like cold turkey cut it off for a while.
Okay.
Where he resensitizes himself to women. Almost like you've talked about when men go off to war and they see an ankle and they're like,
give me that ankle.
Coming in their pants. We might need to cut that out.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I wasn't going to go there, but it just came out of my mouth. But
just came out of your mouth.
But no, I think he needs to like desensitize himself to a severe point.
You need to desensitize yourself.
I told you, there's a lot to unpack here. Like, I am shook by all the things that you just said. But I think that is step one.
Yeah, I agree. I think step one is, I don't think the situation is that much different than most men, actually. I'll tell you why. Because Yeah, he's got the habit of escorts. Of course, there's a lot of guys that do,
But
right?
guys-
Obviously, that's that oldest profession in the world. It stays in business, but a lot of guys are also, even if they're not specifically going to escorts,
They're hooking up with women to get the sexual, and then they're not like they're using them as an object. They're using them for sex.
well, the pornography, like they're the wide rampart, different stuff there that where guys are addicted to that. So that it's still that might even be rewiring the brain in a worse way because that's not even a human. That's a picture on the screen, right? So at least there's some humanity there. I'm not so just saying that's a good plan.
They still have been turned into objects rather than a person. Does that make sense? Like,
it's transaction.
It's a tool
it's transaction.
to get what he wants.
Yeah.
Like, he still has dehumanized these women because he says that it's like a habit. He hasn't said that he fell in love with any of them.
True.
So there's still like not romantic material. He acts like he's never had anybody that he's romantically involved in. And I think unless he goes cold hard turkey and almost like gets him through withdrawals, like he's going to have to go through withdrawals like a drug addict because he's an addict.
Right. Yeah.
To this thing. Because if he doesn't, he might meet a woman he falls in love with, but he might not be sexually attracted to her because she's not this extreme sexualized version that he's used to.
Right. Well, and then also I think though the big problem is that it's just going to be it's going to feel like it's too hard, right? So it's like, he's used to just paying the money, getting whatever girl he wants, right?
And probably whatever legitimately he wants.
Right. And then now it's like he goes out to a nightclub, he goes to try and talk to a girl.
He has to work for it.
Like it's so many steps to get to the end result that it's going to feel like, geez, it's
it
like,
can't just be about what you want. Like I'm assuming, because I've never had a prostitute, I'm assuming it's you pay the money, you get whatever you want, right?
I mean, there's
like you think about your pleasure, you're not thinking about the prostitute's pleasure.
Yeah, that's.
If you meet a woman in real life, some guys do operate this way, but you can't just go in and be like, I want to, later. I already said worse things. I don't know why I don't want to say the things, but you know what I mean? Like you can't go in where you're just focused on you getting off in real life. No woman is going to want to do that.
That happens most of the time.
It does happen, but also women will be like, no, thank you.